How do you think I learned?
How bad of an insight can I roll? 16.
Clint is gonna whisper over to Ward. Lieutenant, how brutal, rather, an education do you want today? Just wondering.
She just looks over at the table. Let him have a win today.
Aye. Also, unrelated question. How often does a captain help with operations?
Depends on what's necessary. Typically, he runs information.
Does he ever give out any of his tricks?
When they're necessary. But he likes to stay stationary, in case we need a quick response.
Well, I think that works. Thanks, Lieutenant. Let's go over to talk to the captain about something.
Who was the third that was being cleansed? It was Rocket, Vicious, and...
Let me check.
Rocket, Vicious.
Yeah, who's
not
in the
Wombat.
waterfall right now?
Not Wombat, because Wombat's transporting.
Oni's out.
Oh, yeah, it was Oni.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he got out early.
Mhm.
He was barely mad.
So, everyone who imbibed the Rotgut, roll me that con save, baby.
Oh,
Peer pressure is strong. Yeah, fuck it.
Maybe.
But I have
shit.
poison, so I have advantage. God damn it! How? What's the DC of Rotgut?
You wanna stumble over near Lucian for a second?
What's his torture DC is what I'm wondering.
That's actually perfect,
like,
yeah.
I feel like that would be like on par, right?
I think his DC 16.
It is 16.
Perfect, yep, I couldn't agree more.
DC 16. Can I get a +5 in Flash of Genius? I feel Flash of Genius actually should be able to apply to this stupid bad idea. But also I want
It is
it because
actually
it's a
a
16.
dumb idea, yeah.
The Flash of Genius says, I shouldn't drink this.
I shouldn't try to design explosives after drinking.
So that's fail for Lucky.
I mean, if only Lucian had an Irish accent, then he would have advantage after this.
I'm not drinking that fucking Rotgut. I'm just over here telling Bradford.
That's smart.
Yeah. Don't forget to hydrate.
Thumbs up. He says
It's gonna come back up when we're repelling.
That's
As
a
you
good
go
bite
down,
only.
it's coming up.
All right, yeah. So y'all are enjoying this fine putrid beverage. It's strong, but it is foul. How would you describe this foul taste, Cop?
Oh, it definitely tastes like very metallic and just kind of like rotten fruit as well.
I don't like how fast you had an answer ready for that.
I'm speaking from bad experience.
That's what I'm wondering.
Metallic and rotten fruit.
Interesting.
You know, this taste reminds me of.
What in the hell does this remind you of?
The Black Tower.
Reference continues to drink as he has no reference in this.
It was awesome. It was good. Still good. Fun fact, I looked up Rotgut and this is what popped up.
Is it the Google Death? What the
Irish
hell is
whiskey.
that?
That's Conor McGregor's whiskey.
Oh,
So it's trash. I'm not gonna worry.
Proper 12.
Which I thought was funny. As you finish drinking your raka, telling them about the legends of the Black Tower. What is well let's hear it. What What does Clint do?
Oh, I was just gonna ask the captain for
As
some
Floor is apparently here.
she dodged away from all the drinking.
Oh, get me out of here.
I'm not
Has-
a bot.
He's also here? Yeah.
Oh
Everyone-
no, you did that. You did that. Okay.
Everyone's here.
Everyone's here. All your friends. Use
Da,
napkin.
da, da,
potato chip.
da.
Aliens.
This one's
You see the captain working on some letters at the moment as you hear some things being boiled and worked on.
Can I see what the letters say by chance? Being a nosy bitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I roll perception.
Roll
get-
that perception.
Give myself bardic.
Okay. Yeah. Super cool. Let's
It's
see.
Magically encoded.
No, it's not.
Oh shit.
It does have a. It is addressed to someone named Odd Maggie.
Odd Maggie?
Correct.
Huh, okay. Maggie.
And it is essentially a call to arms, explaining to her the situation of what the bone collector is, and that he is going to need reinforcements at year's end.
No, not if we handle the bone collector properly. Ideally. Yeah, Quint will walk up, do a quick salute at him.
He stands up, returns the salute before sitting back down.
Captain Cavalis. Hoping not anything, sir.
Nothing that is pressing. As he continues to write.
I was talking with Lieutenant Ward about your disposition on allocating help to us in the field. I 100% understand the merit in staying here, keeping this place safe, and sharing information as needed. But I'm not asking you to join the field, sir, but looks around all the boiling things, cooling things, gizmo and gadgetry. Sure, there's something here that might help us in the field. And given your capabilities of freezing things over, I was wondering if there might be something to help with the Earth axis.
What did you have in mind?
Something to stop them from flying. I don't know how long dark ones take to flying towards the ground at terminal velocity, but I don't imagine they like it. And if what I've heard about you is true, that you can make dark ones weaker, I wouldn't mind that either.
What are you suggesting?
They're fast, so a precision sort of hit won't work. Something with a blast. I'm sure Lucian can attest to the success of explosives. Something that has a bit of a wave to it. I don't know all your capabilities, sir, but do you have anything that could stop him in the tracks? Freeze him up?
Depends on how strong they are. We'd need to get a proper intake of what they can do.
Well, Ranger Sebastian should be out in the field doing that right now. But we fought them in winter. They're pretty fast. I don't imagine they slow down in summer. So
I imagine they've only gotten faster.
Agreed, sir. Either we're gonna have to get lucky with hitting them, or we're going to set up some sort of ambush or trap. And given how predatory they are, I think the trap might be the way.
Let me reassure you. A trap is the only way. Anything else would be certain death. You will learn them. You will study them. You will watch their movements. And you will find the best place to spring an ambush on them. If you find data that you believe is helpful, perhaps we can devise a more directed approach. Till then, the allocation of resources is not what I am authorizing on a whim.
He's got to eye all the alchemy happening, all the gadgetry that he might only have some tip of the iceberg understanding on. Then what's all this preparation for, sir? If we're not going to use it.
He looks around, scanning around where he could see your eyes looking by your mask. Before standing up. How well do you know your vitamins?
I know of them. I know that they're based on lettuce. I can't say how much an adult person should have at any given point.
Vita, meaning necessary for life. If I was to give you 1,000 grams potassium, what do you think that would do to you?
Poison me? Or flush out of my
Depends on
system?
where you get it. If I was to inject it into you, your heart would stop.
And if I were to say, drink it?
Most of it is likely to excrete. If I was to give it to a Urthax, what do you believe would happen?
Nothing.
So what is poison to you and certain death could mean nothing to them. We do not do things haphazardly here. If you want the resources, earn the resources.
I understand that, sir, but sure there's some fundamentals we can work with here. Me getting stabbed and a Yurthax getting stabbed is the same thing, although they're much tougher. And maybe... no. I have the utmost faith in the Watch, sir. Surely we have some prior research to rely on. We shouldn't be going into this blind if our predecessors did their jobs right. And I'm confident they did. Do we really have nothing to work with?
He walks over, looks through some files before pulling one out on a Yurthak.
How thick is the file?
It's only about 2 pages.
Damn it. And half of it's a drawing.
How many people do you think have examined?
Not many.
What information do you believe they've gathered?
how thick their hides are. Things are sensitive to. Combat capabilities that kill us.
I would wager the group who faced them most recent would have more updated information. Why do we learn by type and not by individual?
I understand, sir. I get your point.
You are the predecessor.
Right.
He
Message received,
sits
sir.
back down and pulls out another note and titles it to Carl Skildebor. I'll type it.
Thank you.
It's not like you made it up on the spot.
Carl Skildebrar. Okay, so Skildebrar is. Odd Maggie and colored Skildebrar.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah. The Quinn would just sort of read as he's writing. Code Skildebrar.
Have you heard of them before?
Can't I have, sir? Although, given their intriguing names, I imagine they're capable people. Especially if you're writing to them about the bone collector.
A good eye you have. It should serve you well in finding how we should allocate resources for this year attack.
I'm sure my brothers and sisters would say it finds me trouble. I appreciate the offer, sir. And when we get the information, I will expect a fair deal when it comes to dealing with them. Because maybe it's a foolish notion, but I'm trying to keep everyone here alive, sir. Yours and mine.
He just looks at you, puts his pen down, and pauses for a second. There is only one, and that is the watch.
Right.
It was here before us, and it will be here long after us.
Well, you know me and my brothers and sisters situation, sir. I believe in that notion. I just don't know if the entire watch believes in that. So you'll have to forgive me for by wanting the ideal, being ready to handle the reality.
Quite a few years ago, I had a disagreement with someone in my training class as well. It was one of the instructors. They mentioned how unimportant it was to focus on science and technology, given Dark One's immunity to such implements.
And yet I heard some stuff happened. Something that defies the usual rule with guns.
He just looks back. You are the watch, Clint. What you make of it is what you will pass off to your predecessors one day.
Roger that, sir. Salute him. Thank you for the time, sir. And I fucking leave.
And Clint,
Yes, sir?
be careful with that blade of yours.
Stares at it for a sec. To be honest, sir, I don't really know what is careful with it. I'm just using it like a blade for the time being.
He just goes back to writing at that.
and I leave. Leave to a bunch of drunk people. Or a handful, I don't know.
There's a mixed batch of drunkards.
As you come back,
Look at all this.
you
Ignore it.
see him in various measures of looking sick, but also fairly well tipsy.
Oh boy.
As you return, I think Jericho, looking at you, kind of motions towards them with his head. And he says, "Not quite sure that's considered a win."
I don't know what the terms were.
He gives a shrug. He says, "The mind of our lieutenant is unknowable." Looking at Ward, but something tells me this is exactly what she was hoping for.
Look at Ward. I confirm or deny that.
She just looks between the two of you, looks down to her watch.
Training
In
time?
another 30 minutes, it will technically be a new day. As such, you would be authorized one more beverage.
She's just the midnight rule. It's 12:01, it's a new day.
We'll train tomorrow. Enjoy the night.
Inside check.
Same.
I give myself Bardic. I give him Bardic. I give us Bardic.
Because you fucks aren't using aren't gonna enjoy them.
No. It's a new day. It's about to be a new day, right?
Oh yeah, you know, yeah, our rigs.
Is it a new day or it's about to be a new day in 30 minutes? That's what
You gave me a Bardic as well.
It's
Yeah.
about to be a new day.
All right, I'm gonna use my block watching. Let's go. Yeah,
20.
and then boom.
Yeah. So,
Let's go.
Goddamn.
you know that feeling Lucky was having towards you?
Being sus.
Not necessarily you, but you being here in general?
Without due notice.
Right. And that people are showing up?
Because things are about to get rough. There's a reason people are showing up.
She's getting that feeling too.
Shit. Walk over, Jericho. You catch that too?
Yeah. She's where like Lucky was.
Look towards Lucky and being like, and that's probably why they're drinking.
Like Oni was. Who's also drinking. I
There-
gotta be honest, maybe it's my instincts getting dulled, but I don't feel like something's nasty on the horizon. No more than usual.
Whisper. I'm not down your instinct, but maybe that's just bravado's talking. Captain's feeling it too. He's asking for backup. He doesn't strike me the sort of person to ask for that sort of stuff unless he really needs it. I mean, fuck's sake, he gave me the same response by asking for equipment for your Earth access. Yeah, the name. I don't know if you guys heard this while I was gone or in your training, whatever. Odd Maggie or Carl Scobor mean anything to you?
Do they?
You can roll a history. How loud do you say that though?
I'm whispering it.
Okay.
I always love it. It's like, have you heard of this name? Everyone, like, look up at the sky. Have I?
Roll a stealth.
Oh.
Get guided on, bitch. Okay. I'll do. I'll do
Does
disadvantage.
somebody at the bar visibly look around or like make a sign?
Ooh.
Listening?
I do disadvantage because I think Quinn would just assume that they're also raucous, loud, and drunk that he wouldn't put as much effort into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you say that, and you just see Grim sort of like stand up and look over towards you.
Of course, it's Grim that hears it. Do I catch him looking at us out of the corner of his eye? All right.
Absolutely.
I just sort of like nod with my head, like, "Well, come on, you're in on this now."
He starts to walk over, but stops, comes back, points to you. Don't come behind my bar.
Who's you too?
Yes.
Okay.
And as soon as he leaves, I'm gonna jump behind the bar.
Ooh, he did it. He did it. He did the thing.
There's a
You
bear
land
trap on the other
right in a
side.
bear trap.
Dude. It is a bear trap.
Technically, any trap he sets is a bear trap.
But he chose a bear trap.
And
To
any
be thematically
operation with an
appropriate.
ambush like Grim's Quinn on is also a
He
bear
also
trap.
does pick up his pack and bring it with him before leaving.
I love this guy.
He's so great. We
Everything.
can fix him. Clint and Jericho, experts on fixing people. Ones that you shouldn't try to fix, maybe.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Oh, I don't suppose we had a proper introduction. I'm Clint. Hold out a hand for him to shake.
Right. What were you talking about?
I'm on a courtesy. Alright, Grim. Before we tell you level with me, Grim, let me get some vibes around from your fellows there. I don't doubt the feelings that they're having, but I'm just wondering how universal it is. Well, more people showing up. Do you think things are bad? I only just got here. I don't know what the situation is for all of you guys. But I'm assuming you've been here for a while, right? He says, look at Jericho. He's been here a while.
Maybe too long. Could use a vacation.
Well, once we kill the Bone Collector, maybe that's in the cards. But, alright, you're a veteran, Grim. How bad do you think things are?
He just like looks around, takes off his pack, sits on it.
As always.
Out at Eastwatch, one of the best teachers they've ever had. His name was Maggie.
Odd Maggie.
Odd she was.
Odd in what way? Like, crazy odd? Like, gets a lot of kicks out of pranks, sort of odd? Laughs at the air, sort of odd?
She's weird.
Talks to
She has
Dark
pretty
Ones,
strange practices. She's kind of off. But she's probably, if not one of the best arcanists the Watch has.
Has. Still.
Has. She's gotta be in her 70s now.
Damn. Her and Captain Kavard's got history?
Think he trained her. Well, she trained him, rather.
Do you...
What? Sorry to cut you out, Jericho. Did you train her, Grim?
She wasn't there by the time I got.
Don't suppose you know her take on technology, science, that sort of stuff.
Nah, she's a nature crafter.
Nature.
You. None of y'all are from the Black Tower.
Nope. We're just a bunch of sods from Chrysanthemum.
Nah, brother.
Look at my.
Wow.
Your ankle's fine.
So,
Yeah.
When Captain Gavaras was talking about a disagreement, he was talking about Maggie. The same person he's asking for help. Interesting.
He just looks pretty sure she started over at the Black Tower. That's where she was trained. But she went, I want to say it was at least 14 times to help with the ritual there.
At the Black
Kind of
14 times.
right. Not with,
Actually
the
doing
big
it.
boss,
Right.
but specifically with one of the deans.
The Deans? What? Is that what they call them? Out the Black Tower?
He just like nods. Yeah, with some sort of Arcanist school before it went under. They had a
Yeah.
bunch of, best you could say is lost and corrupt practices.
That explains the
Maggie.
Rotgut a bit.
Like Captain Diana before, brought one back.
Like back from the brink or back into a hold somewhere.
Back into our knowledge frame. She's an osteomancer.
What, bones and the like?
Wait, so you say
Yeah.
Maggie is an osteomancer?
Correct.
And that's what the captain's writing to her right now about the bone collector.
Gotta think she knows something more than we do.
It's right there in the name. Has to be the case.
What about Carl Skullbra? That name ring anything to you, Grim?
I don't know that it does, but I think Jericho, you got a 23 on that.
23.
Let's go.
I feel like you were probably fairly studious.
He was a history buff. That's what
Yeah.
could be.
Your girlfriend is like valedictorian, so you got to keep up. Just saying.
As you know, yeah, salutatorian. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second running.
The first loser. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wear that with pride.
Yeah. Carl Skullbjorn is like probably 30-year watchman who has done pretty much everything except for rangers in his time in one way or another.
He's the jack of all trades of the watch.
But mostly
He's my hero.
he, well, as you said, is a Marnman. And also was really influential in helping, I guess, typify down the Pachapyri.
Type of fight. So basically, in terms of the Pachapati,
Researcher?
he knows probably, if not the most about it. He was
Right.
influential in.
Now, they change constantly, which is the point Corvallis was making.
Uh-huh.
But he's provided the largest dossier.
Okay. Gotcha. So as Clint asks Roy about that, I think Jericho gets like a small smile and like leans on the table with his fists. And he says, "Old Skull bro's a bit of a jack of all trades in terms of the watch. He's what he said he's been in the watch for 30 years. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been here for like something 3 odd decades. He's done pretty much everything branch wise except for maybe the Rangers.
Is he a captain?
I don't think so, right?"
Mm-hmm.
He shakes his head. Nah, she just gets around a lot. Real influential. You had Poye, right? The Dowie in your class. Everything we know about the Patchy Party today is, well, it's all thanks to him. Well, at least in a large part. That dossier is mostly Skullbro.
Here you go. I think you'd know he kind of looks like this.
Oh, he's so cool!
Kind of looks like this.
Minor illusions.
It's probably closer to like this size, probably around almost 8 foot.
He's a Mormon. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jericho would say he's a marmot, real big bloke. Kind of looks like this. Minor illusions are like a stick figure, but it's like the middle like spine stick is round. And he does like the horned helmet.
real descriptive. So we got someone that's skilled in osteomancy and all sorts of science. And we got the expert on categorizing stuff. And we have the Bone Collectors is a fucking mystery. Which, Hunter sort of stops for a sec. A mystery that assimilates all of his capabilities. He's gonna be a hard thing to test. How do you know what abilities was his to start out with versus something he got later? He steals abilities. He steals abilities. Looks at Jericho.
Wait a minute. You're not saying what I think you're saying.
I'm not saying fuck. I'm not saying the dumbest thing here. Right? I'm not saying Victor's the fucking bone collector.
No, I'm not
But
saying
there's
that.
you can't deny that there's some correlation. Victor's swiped our stuff left and right. And he was good at it too.
Bloody plagiarist, yeah. But he doesn't
Keep them.
simulate it into his person.
Victor ain't a dark one though.
It's a bit of a reach.
That's all we got to work with. So we ain't gonna be collecting information on the bone collector that easy, right? So at least safely. There has to be something there. I just don't know how Victor's abilities actually work.
I wonder, could he steal from the bone collector? It's kind of scary to think. Excuse me, kind of scary to think about.
Or the bone collector steals back.
He steals things from a look, Victor. The bone collector got his hands on an ability like that.
Then we're fucked. Victor ain't here. So we gotta worry about that. Sorry to stress you out, Grim. He ain't here. So don't stress too much on it, but there's something here. The bone collector's starting to feel less like a target to me, more like a fucking puzzle.
The bad ones always do.
Well, it's a good thing we got a bunch of bright folk to help crack it.
Speaking of which... He pulls out the ring and puts it on the table. I was looking at this some more.
That's Kemper's. What about it?
Something struck me, so I had a hunch and I acted on it.
It's always good to act on hunches. What'd you find out?
How much do you know about artificery?
Not as much as them. Point at that shit over there.
Yeah. Hey, Lucian.
Lucian.
Lucian. Stop throwing shit at him.
I am trying to sew. What do you want?
Take a break. We've been working too hard. We need you.
He gets up. Yes.
Or
Alright,
he's
Graham.
asking the artificery.
Alright, Graham, lay it out for us.
Alright. Since Rocket's down. Oh. Tell me what you think of this. He puts the ring down, and then he puts a little